Whitney, Luke Brotherton upstairs, and camera 1, end zone camera Rachel Ellsworth, and Thomas Ray on the replay cam are all broadcasting and digital media crew. We thank them for coming out and giving you such wonderful pictures here under high definition. We missed the first goal because we had, we had some technical difficulties as we started, but Slippery Rock came right back in the 13th minute, and I believe this is either the first goal or second goal, I'm not sure. We're going to take a look at it anyway. I believe this is the one that put them ahead as the game was tied 1-1. I believe this is where they actually took the lead for good with a beautiful strike over the top by Mike Eladegwe. Connor Gilmore opened the scoring at the 7th minute on an assist from Jarrett Kirsten. And then Peter Bowen came back with the equalizer. And then Peter Bowen also gave them the third goal in the 26th minute, giving the Slippery Rock pretty sizable advantage. Mark, this is going to be an uphill battle for the Jackets. This is a good team.
Well, you're defending Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference champions, coming in at 6-4, receiving votes in the national poll. And Cederville, though, at 7-2-2, and a lineup change for the Yellow Jackets in the second half, but it's one that head coach Brett Farrell has been doing all season long. That is in goal. Ethan Dewhurst now in the goal. Junior from Springfield playing the second half, and that has been the norm. Paulo Pinto plays the first half and Dewhurst the second. Cederville coming into this match, again, as a foul's been called against Slippery Rock. A team goals against average, a minute 0.52. So to give up 3 goals in the first half, that just does not happen.
Very unusual. And again, we've talked about that platooning with the keepers too, and that's Glenn and I have talked about it on other broadcasts where they kind of split time there in each half.
Dewhurst 0.85 GAA as that ball lofted into the box by Kirsten, but taken down out of the air by Kyle Hoffer. One change from the starters as far as Slippery Rock is concerned, getting the second half start, Ryan Van Dorick, a junior defender out of Abington, Pennsylvania, in place of Ryan Boylan, who, if you recall, went down with what appeared to be a leg injury late in the first half. Cederville moving right to left on your screen, the gold jerseys. Jared Newman in the middle of the field, going to the far side to Connor Scott.
It's been the trouble for the Jackets all night. They just cannot get the ball passed around quick enough.
An impressive start in the first 10 minutes before we came on the air.
We had an internet failure, basically.
Exactly. Cederville had 2 golden opportunities that were avoided by Slippery Rock before Connor Gilmore scored on that header. There's a foul, slide-in foul on Jarrett Kirsten. 11 fouls to 2 now.
Pretty physical. Yeah, pretty physical. I'll take a look at it right here. Watch it right here, Marcus. Kirsten comes in now, and he loses possession. He gets the ball too far ahead of him, and then he just tries to make up for it by making a sliding tackle. Fortunate not to get the yellow card on that one. That was pretty physical. Slippery Rock now about, I'm going to put him at 40 yards. What do you think? 35?
It's number 17 down Francis. Stephen Donnelly is there, and it's going to be Donnelly with the shot. He will airmail at the crossbar by about 3 or 4 feet.
Take a look at that again. Here we go. Just kind of like underneath it.
Donnelly, the team's leading scorer, coming in, 4 goals, 6 assists on the year. Senior out of Dublin, Ireland. Jackets are going to throw it on the other side. That's Ethan Lee that was pressuring the defender Nick Kutcher for Slippery Rock.
One thing you have to say about Slippery Rock, they communicate excellent. Their communication is just excellent on the field in the defensive line. I mean, they're really talking all the time, and they really seem to know where each other is at all times.
You missed it earlier. Slippery Rock, the 4th team from the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Cederville has played this year. Jackets 1-1-1 to this point. And Slippery Rock, the defending league champions. There's Rigby in the middle of the field. Connor Gilmore going to try to move it down the left sideline. Paul Messerly trying to get around his man. Now he will send it lofted, a lot of air under that ball. Rigby couldn't get on it. And Donnelly will just kick it over the mid-strike. Yellow Jacket defense of Joe Davison and Jared Kirsten trying to get things under control. Nearly 5 minutes into the second half, Slippery Rock 3, Cederville 1 in this non-conference match. Yellow Jackets will return to league play next Wednesday when they travel to West Virginia to play Alderson Broadus. There's Christian Alexander now in the optic orange shoes coming in towards the box. Tried to get it head to Ethan Lee, but that ball is kicked out at the Cederville bench down to our left. Cederville at 7-2-2, Slippery Rock at 6-4. Long throw into the box as Connor Scott cannot control it. And the Rock will get it out as Davison will track it down. It comes on hard, but Davison gets it to Newman. He'll play it back inside the center circle to Jared Kirsten. Ethan Shula now. Connor Scott, far sideline. Yellow Jackets trying to maintain possession, but not before Scott will commit Cederville's 12th foul of the match compared to 3 by Slippery Rock.
A little frustration on the Yellow Jackets, you can see it. They really need that one breakaway, one breakthrough goal to just, make this a more exciting finish here.
3 goals in a span of 14 minutes in the first half. Slippery Rock the 3-1 lead.
There again, just a communication breakdown on the defense. I've seen that a couple of times in that 14-minute stretch, and it really cost them.
There's a Lockwood coming to the top of the 18, and that 20-yarder is ripped about 10 yards wide.
Take a look at Lockday's dribbling skills right here, if you can. Watch how he just really feeds the ball. Really nicely. Look how he just clears himself. Not quite able to turn on this one a little bit. He's going to send it out pretty wide. But boy, nice dribbling from the young man. Huh?
Freshman out of Wilmington, Delaware, to this point has the go-ahead goal. Dribbled through the Yellow Jacket defense and ripped a 20-yarder. It made it 2-1.
Yeah, that's the one we actually got to replay at the start of the second half. We actually got to see that replay.
Here's Connor Gilmore, Cederville's leading scorer, had his 8th goal of the season early in the match. Leads it up to Scott, but Hoffer will come off his line. He fumbles it. Cederville quits on it, but Hoffer regains his composure to pick it up. Hoffer listed at 6'3", 195 pounds, senior out of Du Bois, Pennsylvania.
Take a look how he fumbles this one, Mark. This could have been dangerous if somebody had been right there. Just a little careless. An otherwise very excellent keeper.
Daniel Rigby leads it up to Christian Alexander. Rigby, of course, in the starting lineup now that Zachary Harris has gone out for the season with an injury. And that'll be played over the end line, and Cederville will attempt, by my numbers, will be their 6th corner kick of the match.
Great job by Christian Alexander to force that corner kick by beating his man down and bouncing it off him over the goal. Really earned this one.
Alexander will knock it over top of the goal and out of play. 6 corner kicks to 0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Shots overall are even at 10 apiece. On goal, 5-4 in favor of Slippery Rock. The visitors with the all-important 3-1 lead with 36 minutes and 45 seconds on the second half clock here at Cederville University. Mark Womack with Jim Kragel, doing our best to try to fill in for the irreplaceable Glenn Dewar.
The irreplaceable scratch announcer. And this guy is that's one of the best I've ever seen at the college level.
Only one other regular season home match for Cederville on Monday, October 20th against Salem International, and a rare 4:30 p.m. start. That's necessarily in the middle of the field to Newman. But Slippery Rock able to get it to Donlin down the middle of the field. Looking long, but Jared Kirsten able to get back. That's Peter Borman wearing number 24 in the middle of the field for Slippery Rock with 2 goals tonight, his 5th and 6th of the season. Sanders to round that score by Michael Ilagui.
Ooh, dangerous.
Cederville dinking around with it in the back, but able to get it out momentarily. Whistle blows and a late whistle out against the Yellow Jackets.
Didn't see much there, but apparently foul there somewhere. Oh, I like the way this guy plays.
Ilagui, very crafty freshman out of Delaware, battling Paul Messerly. Messerly finally pokes it over the sideline for a throw in.
Nice recruit for Slippery Rock. He's going to have a nice career for them.
Long throw in by Kutcher into the box, battling for, and not out of harm's way yet, but there it is by Daniel Rigby.
Well, Dewhurst trusted his defense that time. Uh-oh.
Dewhurst late coming out of the box, and Davison saves that one off the line. That would have been in.
Wow.
That is the second team save, if you will, for the Yellow Jackets in this match. As Dewhurst was a little tardy coming out, Donnelly with a perfect chip over the top of Joe Davison.
You get a dead ball, we'll get a chance to see that one.
Davison, the junior out of Dublin, Ohio, taking what would have been that 4th goal. You see that nice view from our end zone camera. Kyle Hoffer with the punt, the Jared Kirsten.
Route 1 football
Push
there.
Alexander, but saves it from going out of bounds, with Slippery Rock able to push it up the field. Alexander now on the near side of the field in front of the Cederville bench, covered by Ryan Lutke, both of those players wearing number 6. Connor Gilmore attracting a lot of attention. Here's Ethan Lee. Long shot well off its mark.
Take a look at that shot here, Mark. Watch this, folks. This one is everything but a goal. Over Ethan Dewhurst, and look at Davison just come in to save the day and keep this game still within reach for the Jackets, because I think you and I both agree a 4th goal would just about end everything in terms of chances for the Jackets.
Well, I've hammered on these, those numbers about how good a defensive team Cederville is, and the only team to score 3 goals against them in their last 43 matches is this on the field tonight, and here they do it again, and needed only 14 minutes to do it in that first half.
Just a flurry of goals there in that first half.
And real credit to Slippery Rock. As mentioned, they're the defending PSAC champions. So the Yellow Jackets knew they were going to have a tough customer, and with 32 plus minutes left, trailing 3-1 in this non-conference match.
Well, I'm going to make a pitch for some of these schools to get into the postseason. It just seems like there's a little bias they have to overcome here, because they've, a lot of these schools have just joined the Division II, and they're not in the normal rotation of rankings and things. But boy, we see some excellent soccer on this campus year in and year out. Last couple of years, just teams that come in and really deserve a shot, I think, at the postseason.
Now, Slippery Rock has only given up at least 3 goals in a match twice this year. They lost 3-1 at Millersville, but then Charleston, West Virginia, whom Cederville will play in a little more than a week and is ranked 4th in the country, put 6 goals on the board here against Slippery Rock, a 6-2 decision. Battled for in the corner down the far side, Dom Francis trying to get it out. Now the Rock will do so, because Joe Davison will track it down. Stephen Donnelly pressuring. Straight in the middle of the field to Newman. Rock melting away to a little more than 31 minutes. Slippery Rock leading 3-1. Newman, long lead to Scott. Not enough of an angle there. A little more direct to Hoffer with the easy pickup.
Coach is not too happy with that one. They had an idea what they wanted to do, and the ball was just sent just a little bit too far.
Cederville head coach Brett Newman in his second year with the Yellow Jackets, 20 wins, 5 losses, 6 ties.
Brett Farrell.
Brett Farrell, rather, Brett Newman. Took him an old assistant basketball coach, but Brett Farrell played his college ball at Division III powerhouse Messiah, played on 4 national championship teams. Covers that ball in midfield for Slippery Rock, has 2 goals on the night. That's number 24 in green.
Slippery Rock just enjoying life right now. They can just send the ball long down to the other end and get back and play defense.
You take that, even if you take out Cederville's first goal, you take out those previous goals, Cederville has had a little more of the possession than Slippery Rock. Both teams with some good opportunities. Yellow Jackets have had to save a couple of balls off the line. That's Ethan Dewhurst wearing the orange jersey for the Yellow Jackets. Last year a school record 10 shutouts when he played all but 1/2 of the entire year. Paulo Pinto getting more than playing time. Here comes
Here he comes.
the Rock again. That's Lagway coming down to the right touch line, putting it in front. Sliding save out of there by Joe Davison.
And look at Gilmore, center forward, coming all the way back to be a part of that defensive stop.
And now the ball at the middle of the field, although taken away. Peter Boylan now for Slippery Rock. Lagway here on the right side, poked out of bounds over the sideline by Paul Messerly. A little under 29 minutes remaining to be played in this non-conference match.
Again, I'll say I really like Lagway. He just creates problems for the other team.
The catcher's going to have to throw in, senior out of Stowe, Ohio.
Now watch, he's going to try and get this all the way to the box.
Came all the way from the second lane, throws that into the penalty area. Now Dewhurst to come out. Easily grab that one. 28-20 to go. Dewhurst listed at 6'2", 200-pound junior out of nearby Springfield, Ohio, just 12 miles up State Route 72.
Trains with the Columbus Crew in the summertime.
Chris Anderson is going to return to the match. Looks like Ethan Lee's going to come out, and we're going to get a first look at John Brown, who will replace Carter Scott.
John Brown, the sophomore out of Port Clinton, Ohio. Can't remember if he was in the first half or not. I don't believe he
think so.
was.
It's his first look at him.
Again, Slippery Rock is very content to just launch the ball back, make the Jackets have to work it all the way down the field.
Andy Hogarth, the head coach, his first year at the helm at Slippery Rock. He was the assistant women's coach at Division I Akron last year. Before that, he spent 6 years as the head men's and women's coach at Teal College. Golden opportunity right in the middle of the field for John Brown, and maybe still not quite warmed up, and left footer punches it over.
Take a look right here from Gilmore inside. Right here is going to be a little deflection.
On a tee.
Boom. Oh, just, and I know what Glenn Dewar would say. He'd say, you know, he didn't get his weight forward. He got his weight back. He leaned back and put the ball up in the air. We've talked about that all year. That's a technique that they've got to learn, how to put their weight forward and just drive that ball downward.
Launched it right into the discus cage there in the north end of the field. 14th foul of the match against the Yellow Jackets, and Slippery Rock only with 3 whistles tonight thus far. Spencer Petershine getting ready to check in for the Yellow Jackets, sophomore from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. In the meantime, Dom Francis, freshman out of England, for Slippery Rock, puts that one back in play. And headed towards the goal.
Wow, that was dangerous.
And Ethan Dewhurst tracks it down.
Take a look at this one, Mark. This is dangerous. Watch Dewhurst at the end here. We'll see it right at the end. Oh, we lost Mr.
What we
Lobo.
couldn't tell is if that was a Yellow Jacket head or a Slippery Rock.
Oh, it was definitely from the Jackets. Definitely came off one of the Yellow Jackets.
That's Chris Anderson in the middle of the field. Scored the game winner, Davis and Elkins on Wednesday. A 2-0 Great Midwest Athletic Conference win. Here's Stephen Donnelly now for Slippery Rock, the team's leading scorer. He's all over the field himself. Peter Boylan. Back to Donnelly. Trying to switch fields with it now. Some possession from the Rock, but they turn it right back over. Connor Gilmore. Taken right back away by the visitors. Mike Chilinsky, the junior from South Park, Pennsylvania, battling right there in midfield as three bodies hit the deck. And whistle blows. And there goes the ball.
Take a look at it right here, Mark. A little bit of scrum here. Now, a lot of this happened after the ball was dead. Watch this. And right there, we want that ball back.
Now, here's what's irritating to Brett Farrow is that official Jim Clevenger wants to stop and talk to Mike Chilinsky, and he did not stop the clock. Coach Farrow arguing, then stop the clock. Messerly puts that in place. Cederville gets ahead on it. It's loose, and Rigby could not get it turned around.
Boy, the way they started, you just felt the Jackets were just going to score a couple of goals, didn't you? In the first 10 minutes, the way they just started out of the blocks.
Got on the board first in the 7th minute and had two great chances before that. It could have been easily 3-0, but then kind of a misplay in the back led to the first goal from Slippery Rock. So not a strong defensive showing by the Yellow Jackets, obviously. Here's a nice lead pass that the Yellow Jackets will snuff out, looking for Boylan.
Yeah, we're going to
Call out in the middle of the field. The 5th whistle against Slippery Rock. Clock is down to a little under 24 minutes. You see the foul here.
Go, guys! Come on!
pretty easy call.
And Daniel Rigby had the inside position. Nice look there from our end zone camera from the south. Jared Kirsten. Into the box it goes. Newman lifts that one. It even cleared the discus cage down to our left.
Yeah, and again, you're going to see him get his weight back. He holds back and just, it's easy to do. It's a round ball and it's spinning, and it's just so easy to launch it in the air rather than drive it down into the ground. We see that time and time again. Get a look at our clock right now. We're over at about the halfway point here. Second half, and you can see Jackets have had 6 corner kicks. Only 4 shots on goal, so not able to take advantage of some of the opportunities that they do get from the corner. Mark, they've got to get one back here to make this exciting. Otherwise, they're going to get into desperation time here in the next 10 minutes.
Spencer Petersheim has checked in for Cederville, sophomore out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And in the lineup he replaced Paul Messerly. There's Donnelly now streaking down the right side. Jared Newman's going to try to track him down. And Slippery Rock knows one more goal, and that would
Pretty much do it, yeah.
pretty much do it. Across the far side of the field, controlling the ball, trying to keep control of it. Don Francis for Slippery Rock, but Cederville back the other way, and contact. And that's the 3rd consecutive foul whistle against Slippery Rock.
Yeah, it's a little chippy now.
Under 22 minutes left.
Take a look at it. This is not the best defense right here. Brian Erickson and Tommy Ray reporting a replay. Our replays are not in high definition. We weren't able to upgrade that far yet, but we'll get there someday.
Flag goes up for some reason to blow a whistle, and I think the throw-in evidently was not close enough to the flag. Goes into Chris Anderson. Although, well, they do get it in the box. Christian Alexander, but before he can turn on it, Slippery Rock able to get it out. Slippery Rock 3, Cederville 1 with 21 minutes left to play this non-conference match here at Cederville University, Cederville, Ohio, southwest part of the state. Here's Michael Lottery. The second goal of the match tonight for the visitors. Justin Santoro is going to get ready to come back in for Cederville. I'll tell you what would take a little research to do is to find out when the last time Cederville gave up 3 goals at home.
Boy, I cannot remember.
They gave up 3 last year at Slippery Rock. They gave up 3 2 years ago at Davis and Elkins.
Not since I've been doing these broadcasts, I can tell you that.
And then if you want to take it a step further, find out the last time they gave up 3 in 14 minutes at home. That just does not happen. But it did tonight. That much credit to Slippery Rock.
Well, when we played Trevecca, they gave up 2 goals, but they were far apart.
Yeah. Looking for Donnelly, the far side. Davison sliding in. Nice tackle there by the junior.
Very professional tackle right there.
Petershine gives that ball right away. Number 14 to number 14.
Again, I sound like a broken record, but Slippery Rock just content to just kind of launch the ball back into the offensive half for them, defensive half for the Giants.
Had a tough loss at Seton Hill on Wednesday in conference play, 1-0. Only gave up 1 shot on goal. It went into the net.
Wow.
And then tonight, so far, an impressive 3-1 lead. Kirsten, long ball. The pitcher will track it down for Slippery Rock. Chris Sanderson tries to get it, but the flag goes up from the AR Clemente Aduccio.
You have to question, too, if there was a little bit of letdown from that huge victory on the road against Davis and Elkins. You just wonder if there was any kind of a letdown from that. But they came out so well, I can't think there was.
Yeah, 2-0 win for Cederville. That ball nearly, as it's put wide by Jarrett Kirsten.
Best chance we've had yet. Take a look right here. This is going to be the best chance the Jackets have had in this half. Kind of slips by the keeper. And he gets a little hand on it, I believe. No. Almost looked like he got a hand on it from the replay, but apparently not. Goal kick. Take a look at the whole complex right here at Cederville. Under the direction tonight of Brian Erickson and our student broadcast crew, bringing you these wonderful pictures in high definition.
Justin Santoro with the ball, just replaced Daniel Rigby. A little more than 18 minutes left. Newman, this pass deflected into the middle of the field by Josh Holman. Slippery Rock has elected to go with just these 11 players thus far here in the second half. Cederville has made 4 substitutions. Mark Womack, Jim Kregel with you here on Stretch Internet's Game Central. Cederville at 7-2-2 against Slippery Rock's 6-4 record. That's Joe Davison now bringing it across the attacking zone, but giving it away on the steal. Brandon Chu quickly back the other way on the counterattack. Slippery Rock looking for Ilotli on the near side. They'd like to get to Stephen Donnelly, but they
Got the corner
cross, but he will get the corner. The first corner of the match, believe it or not, for Slippery Rock. Visitors certainly in no rush of a hurry to get this one in play, but when they do, it'll come off the foot of Dom Francis, freshman out of England.
2-goal lead with 17 minutes left. They're not going to rush through anything here. There we get a nice close-up. Let's watch his left foot.
Driven nicely in there, and it's into the net. No, it's not. Well, somebody put it off the hit. No, they didn't. No, it is not. Somebody headed it off the crossbar.
I was with you. I thought it was a goal. This is going to be an interesting look when we get a chance to see this again.
That's where we need your camera over top of the crossbar. I guess we haven't gotten to that level yet,
well,
but we do have one behind the net.
We actually tried to do that earlier, and we just couldn't get the GoPro to run that long a line, so we're working on that.
The way Peter Boylan came out with his palms outstretched. I'm gonna
Boy, it looked like
guesstimate he was the one that got the head on it. Foul's called against Cederville.
See if we get a chance, or they're gonna slow it down. We'll get a chance to see it. Here we go. Take a look at it. Watch this now, folks. This is a wild corner right here. And did it go in?
That's
Off the
Kutcher that
cutoff.
first had the header.
Just see a real. He just finally jumped down on it. It looked from the replay. We just get a
Yellow card issued to Slippery Rock's Peter Boylan for some reason.
Okay. It looked to me on the replay, Mark, like the ball hit underneath the crossbar,
Yeah.
almost crossed the line, and then Dewhurst kind of deflected it back into play, and then was able to smother it after it kind of bounced around like a pinball there for a little bit. But again, there's no sideline official calling for a goal, so
That was Kutcher with that initial header we noticed on the replay.
well, the unusual thing was it hit underneath the crossbar. It didn't hit sideways or the top of the bar. It actually hit underneath, and usually that sheet usually bounce over the line.
Clock is melting away now on the home standing Yellow Jackets. 15.5 to play, trailing 3-1. Peter Boylan knocked down, and they're going to give a penalty.
That's gonna be a penalty.
I'd like to see that replay.
Well, you're going to right here. Take a look here and see. You viewers at home, you decide, is this worthy of a penalty kick? He is out ahead of the ball, and it looks like a pretty. They get to the ball first.
Yeah, he did.
Let's take a look here. Go back a second. Take a look here. Looks like he gets to the ball first here, Mark. Right there. Well, that's one of those where it looks worse than it actually is. But he did go down, and he did get an injury, and this is going to be a penalty kick for Slippery Rock, no matter what we say here in the press box. This is going to be a penalty. Again, I'll just stay on the replay in slow motion. Of course, we get the advantage of seeing it slow down. But it looked like he got to the ball first.
Tom Francis is going to be attempting the PK.
And that pretty much ends the night for the Jackets here. We're going to take a look at it. You actually guessed correctly, Dewhurst. The ball went just over him into the top left corner of the goal. And
4-1 with 15:27 to play. And for Tom Francis,
this place just went deathly quiet on that one.
that's his 5th goal of the season. It's been that kind of night for Cederville. From our vantage point, it looked like the defender had beaten the Slippery Rock player to the ball and got the first foot on it. And that's Brett Farrell actually even came over to the booth to ask. And
Yeah, you saw the slow motion replay, and Cederville actually did get his foot on the ball first, and in real time it looked worse than it really was. But the referee made no hesitation at all. He immediately blew the whistle and put his arms up, crossed his arms up for a penalty kick. And now this place is, well, the air's gone out here. This is disappointing. The Jackets, congratulations to Slippery Rock. Game's not over, but be a record comeback right now if they could score 3
the only
in 15
time I've
minutes.
seen it done here was by a visiting team. Bethel out of Indiana one year in the Dave Jones Classic trailed 3-0 with 13 minutes left in regulation and won it in regulation time.
No kidding.
As for the Yellow Jackets, a 3-goal recovery against the team of caliber of Slippery Rock. But ever since that first goal, some odd things have happened defensively. You know, talk about a team that has just doesn't give up many goals, and for the type of goals they've given up tonight, you know, the PKs, they got 2 yellow cards, just some weird stuff happening by Cederville standards.
The second goal seemed to really change the whole momentum of the game.
What are we going to call that? He's starting to get a little chippy now.
Yep, take a look at this one right here, and you can see where he just is out of position. And, yo, my, that could have drawn a yellow right there. He wasn't even going for the ball. Looks like Coach Farrell's going to give him a couple new strikers out here the next opportunity.
High ball put into the box that Kyle Hofford easily gets underneath to bring it down for Slippery Rock. They have not scored more than 3 goals in a match only one time this year. That was a 7-1 win against Pitt Johnstown on October the 4th.
Oh my. Slippery Rock just energized now by that.
An injured player, they're telling both that now the official will stop the clock with 12 minutes and 37 seconds left.
We do have it. It's just barely inside your frame. Take a look at it right here. The coach is kind of in the camera shot, but it happened right after that, actually. But it's a little frustrating for our crew as well, because we're in the position of the press box. We're not quite able to get that last right corner here in the field. So, did you see him limping off there, Mark? Lockley, that would be a huge loss for them if he had to do any serious time on the injured reserve. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like he's walking it off, and I'm guessing he'll be done for the night, but I'd be real surprised if he missed any other games coming up.
He's replacing the lineup by Matt Sangermano, and coming in for the Yellow Jackets, we'll get our first look at Sean Riley, freshman out of Winter Springs, Florida. As Donnelly had him on a tee there at the 18-yard box, fires it high.
Jacket's still on the attack. Trying to get something here. Not really able to sustain anything near the 18-yard mark.
Stephen McConaughey returns to the match for Slippery Rock. And returning for the Yellow Jackets, Connor Scott and Daniel Rigby. 4-1 Slippery Rock, 11 minutes 20 seconds left. You never would have guessed Cederville had the momentum in the first 10 minutes. Took a 1-0 lead. Prior to that, had 2 goals that didn't go in. Here's Donnelly beating Riley into the box, and he will rip it in for a 5-1 lead. That'll be an unassisted goal in the 79th minute. He just simply outran Sean Riley to the ball and able to
take a look here, Mark.
Finish it off.
This is a beautiful finish. Watch this finish. I thought he waited too long. Look at that finish. That was just a rocket over Dewhurst. He just had no chance. He was just left standing there.
Donnelly's 5th goal of the year. Now Slippery Rock on top, and doing some serious research after this match to not only find out when the last time Cederville gave up 5, but 5 at home. Came into this match having outscored the opposition 28-6. We're giving up 5 tonight.
Just one of those nights. You have to just say it's just one of those nights. I mean, Tom Watson said it in the Ryder Cup. Sometimes you just tip your hat and say, you know, they outplayed us. It seemed like a strange occurrence of events, though. You're right, but Slippery Rock has taken every advantage of that opening flurry from the Jackets. This is officially now turned into a rout. And we're going to just play out the last 10 minutes here and gain something back. Let's see.
Last year, these two teams played for the first time at Slippery Rock,
and
ball casually played back, and it's almost deflected in. by the Yellow Jackets. That brought back some memories from 2 years ago when Ethan Dewhurst punted the ball off a Grace College player and into the net for the game's only goal that particular night. Watch this weird replay.
He plays it back to the keeper, which I don't think he should have, and off.
I'm serious though.
Look how close that was.
Went off of the stomach of Matt Sangermano.
Wow.
Stops the clock with 10:06 left.
There you see him getting back up. It just was. Yeah, that would have been another strange thing, a night of strange things.
Started to tell you last year, the first meeting at Slippery Rock, the Rock won that match 3-1. It was a 1-1 match until the 85th minute. And then they scored, and then they added the third goal with just 1 second left on the clock. Cederville's last time they gave up 5 goals at home was to Rio Grande 4 years ago. 5-2.
Hold on.
Well played by Slippery Rock, and we have viewers from Pennsylvania watching. We congratulate Cody how well they played, but you and I have watched this team all year, and this is just not typical of the defense of the Yellow Jackets.
16-14 rather, the shots in favor of Slippery Rock, 8-4 on goal. That's Connor Scott trying to track it down to the far corner. It's knocked out of bounds off of the shoelaces of Ryan Van Gorick.
This really has been their best chance to score, I think, is on these corner kicks. And hopefully they can take advantage here. I believe this is corner kick number 7.
Jared Kirsten's going to put it in play with just under 9 minutes left from the right corner flag, off part of your screen.